theme is space in our daily lives, and of course, the topic is music and the cosmos. Coming from you, Professor Deviana and Dr. Chatief, Pak Kun and Bu Devi, what would be your message to the audience at large and the public that will see this later? Your main message towards the relationship of and the role of space in our daily lives, because a lot of people still think that, at least in the space industry, we should just focus on issues that are very near to us, that is poverty, health, sanitation, of course, but then we should ignore what is out there. It's like, be present. We are here. Why should you explore things out there that will be so costly, right? You should use the taxpayers' money for the more important things right in front of your eyes, especially for Indonesia. It's the program is still not prioritized, although Indonesia is a very how should I say, the satellite-based country. We need the technology for many things to support the economic system and also the people. So, but from your perspective, what is your message?
There is many fascinating things in the sky. Yeah, we can enjoy by visual, by eyes. We can enjoy many kind of periodicity, many kind of phenomena, and many people like astronomy because it is beautiful. If it is mixed with the sound, then it will be complete. We can observe with our eyes and our ears, and it will touch our heart, I think. Thank you.
Well, from me, knowing not only about our daily problems and dealing with our daily problems about, how am I going to earn money and how am I going to do this? This is too costly, and I'm not interested in anything outside of my household. Especially now in the pandemic situation and et cetera, et cetera. I say that if you are interested in astronomy, even if it is especially if it is connected to music, you will discover that actually this is how you learn to know that there is, in accordance with your belief, the spirituality, which will guide you to live with the right path, that I would say. That's my message. With heart, compassion, everything comes from this, what we call the universe.
Or the collective consciousness, yeah?
The collective consciousness, alam semesta. Try to live in harmony like the celestials plan, the celestials body. So there will be no conflict. Maybe sometimes a little bit of meteor here and there, but most of the time you will be living in a harmony.
Yeah.
Harmony of spheres.
Harmony of the universe. Yeah.
Yes.
The universe. Because certainly from this webinar, I would like to show from the different perspective of calling this the scientific. Astronomy is the oldest science in the world. Yeah, it's the very first science. It's the oldest science in the world. We know a lot of things from astronomy, of course, and then music comes, the arts comes from that, because it's the existentialist idea of ourselves as an individual and how we relate to others, correct?
Right.
And the universe is a symphony of vibrating strings, as Michio Kaku said, which is in the superstring theory, in the hyperspace, and then all the quarks and everything else. So, and each of us is a melody on its own. So first of all, we have to be synchronized with ourselves, and then we'll be able to relate with others. So we become in a collective consciousness of this one unison. And it's interesting as well when I started learning about sound healing and music therapy and I went to Nepal in 2014, and that was the first time I was like just trying out Tibetan bowl therapy, and wow, that's very magical, and it's like all the different frequency. So it helps with my autoimmune disease. It helps with a lot of things, but then I came to understand that like, yeah, okay. As we sync ourselves to the natural vibration and the frequency of the universe, we are able to be more tuned in with the cosmos. And how do we put it?
One is just in tune with the cosmos, or you are in tune with your daily life, with your sociology, with your socializing with other people as well.
Yeah.
That's because a lot of people who like to disturb other people, this is because their planetary system within their body is not and it's not orbiting in accordance with the harmony of the sphere. That is why they tend to disturb other people, tend to blame other people, because they're not happy with themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that if you not learn, but just read. You don't need to study, but at least you read about this stuff. It will help to find yourself, like you said, be balanced and all that.
In alignment. Yeah, it doesn't help that the planet are like elliptical and like retrograding and all that stuff, but we can't change that. It is like that. So we find ways on how to deal with that, right?
Another thing is that if you're in alignment, you will be very seldom feel angry. And you will develop a lot more patience by not just, but it's not a kind of a patience like, okay, I give in or I give up. It's not that. It's just that not so many, a lot of matters do not disturb you anymore because you are in alignment. It's a congruence, alignment. That is why I think it's really nice if we can study just a basic of astronomy, how the bodies move, the celestial bodies, and how is it related to music? Because a lot of Indonesians, they love music. And many young people, they want to become musicians, but they don't study music, and that is why they stay in the 4 or 5 chords progressions, which is called cadence, the progression. I think it will help a lot, and if you know a little bit more about what we have explained today, you will live, I can convince you, you will live happier. And you are not going to disturb other people because you would think that it's just something that you just don't do, right?
Bayu, what do you think, Bayu?
Gue masih terbengong-bengong dan gila banget ya, banyak hal baru yang nggak pernah kepikiran sebelumnya gitu. Thank you loh Ibu Devi, it was very amazing session. Pak Kun juga, thank you very much. Especially Anne with Antarexxa Space Global. Ini seru banget dan gue yakin teman-teman semua bisa menikmati webinar ini. Gitu.
I hope it was enlightening and awakening for you all. And sorry about the mishap in joining the link and stuff. I know this Zoom thing can get very annoying, but Aga, you want to ask first while Bayu is teleporting?
No, I don't want to ask, but I want to tell to Professor Devi that previous speech, it feels like personal attack to me because I used to want to be a musician also, and but instead I become a PNS or a public servant. So when you say that if you want to learn some music, you have to learn music properly, right? And I have to say that you are right. I mean, when we start to learning music, it takes not only bring to our joy, but it feels like also like meditation and so on and so on. But so yeah, thank you for your advice. I really feel it to me. So thank you, Professor.
Well, thank you. But actually, it was not attacking.
No, of course, it's not attacking. I just just say that it feels like personal attacking to me
It's
because you
okay.
like really directly.
I just want to add this is according to this because a lot of musicians in this country would say this and that and this and that. And it's very simple. Music is a science. And it is exactly the science that people, if they want to become a professional in that science, they should study the science, right? And what else? I wanted to say something that's very important. What we just told you is that actually based on facts. So it's the truth. It's not just from, hearing and saying and so on. So, I mean, I studied this for more than 50 years. 50 years. Not here in Indonesia only, but also in Europe and in USA, and met a lot of people. You name it, from bagawan, from scientists to the pastor to the beggars and all kind of people. Yeah, I recommend you if you want to play music and just study a little bit of music theory, which is based on astronomy, actually.
Okay.
I think it's already like 5:20, and I need to also continue with something.
Okay, Bayu has teleported to another universe. He can't get in anymore, so we have to dismiss him. I think he found a black hole. So thank you very much, Professor Deviana and Dr. Chatief, Pak Kun, Bu Devi. I don't know why I keep on calling your name wrongly. Yeah, I think it's a very good learning for the audience. I hope so. And we'll see you next webinar. Thank you so much for everybody. Have a good afternoon. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you very much to Antarexxa, Anna, and everyone here.
Bye.